making three.
Going for the St. Louis now.
Oh no!
Son of a bitch.
You getting two?
Yeah.
Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Thotgor here, of course, and we are going to be taking a look at the battle in the Ryujo today. Before we get too far into the battle, of course, I just want to go over some quick channel updates. Now, I have explained it in some of the comments to my videos, but I'm going to mention it anyway, especially for, new people to the channel who are maybe tuning into some older videos. The Chapiev and the video before it, I can't remember what it was called. Those were all jiggity janked. The jiggity janks have been fixed. The reason for it is my XSplit. That's the software I use to record my videos. I had to renew the license for another year, so I went ahead and did that. It automatically downloaded the latest version of XSplit, which is usually a beta version before they release the live version. And the beta version, for me anyway, usually does have some issues with it. I didn't realize it had downloaded that. And then when I went to record, jiggity janked. So all I did, problem is now solved, it's not an issue with my computer, is just revert back to an older live version of XSplit, problem solved. There we go. Now, next thing, I did mention that we're going to be taking a look at some different games in most likely in August, starting in August. What I'm going to do, and what the plan is here. Some of you may know Rommel. He was in some of our Hearts of Iron videos and some ship videos as well. He's actually my roommate, so he is in the process of finally purchasing an actual computer that is decent. This is all purchased. It's on its way. All the parts should arrive by next week, and it should all be put together and ready to go, which means probably by August we'll be exploring different games. And how this is going to work is, on my end, and what I bring to the channel basically is, some of you will argue this, and it's fine, is editing and commentary and whatnot. Those seem to be my strengths. Again, you can argue that all you want. Rommel, what he's going to bring to the table, hopefully, is going to be some graphic design. We're going to try and get some new little graphics going here for the channel, see how that goes. But alternatively as well, just basically getting, playing with Rommel more on a more regular basis in a number of different games that he and I both enjoy, because we enjoy basically the same type of games. But we're going to be doing that in, like I say, beginning of August. Another thing that I have been thinking about is subscriber rewards, because I don't know if you guys have been keeping track of the subscribers and how they've been going up. I mean, we're still at, I think it's 335 is what subscribers we're at as of this morning, I believe, which is decent. I'm happy with that. I mean, obviously we are not the biggest channel, and obviously, the channel is not as well known as maybe some of you and myself would like, but that's fine. I'm cool with this. So that being said, I was thinking at maybe 400 subscribers giving away some prizes, or maybe at the 500 subscriber mark. We'll definitely do 1,000 subscriber, but I'm still kind of working with those subscriber rewards, seeing what I want to do, and then obviously working it into the whole financial situation, right? Anyway, those are just some brief channel updates. I mean, and as always, I really enjoy the comments and the feedback that I get from you guys. So, I mean, if there is specific things that you want to see, something you want to see me do, let me know in the comments, and obviously I'm going to try and work this in as the channel progresses. Anyway, on New Dawn. Now, if you have been following chat at all in the game, you'll notice that I have been noticed. Alex24, subscriber of the channel, thanks Alex, pointed out that I'm a YouTube contributor or whatever, and people in the team suddenly want to kill me now all of a sudden. So their aircraft carrier, we can see the aircraft carrier coming in with all of his planes getting ready to do a nice strike on me. So fantastic. So I have to prepare against this. I did manage to get a few torpedo hits. Was it a few? Maybe just 2 or 1 on the Furutaka that I was originally firing at. No, those torpedo hits were on a battleship. My dive bombers went to the Furutaka. That's right. So I take a bit of damage here from the enemy dive bombers, but we do still have enemy torpedo bombers coming in, so I need to adjust my course, right? I want to try and turn into them. Now, the player who has the torpedo bombers isn't necessarily that dumb or that dense, because obviously you split up the force, right? So I'm not going to be able to avoid both. I take one torpedo there, and then the second torpedo bomber squadron is trying to come in as well, but fortunately for me, my AA saves me, and I don't have to worry about that. Unfortunately, though, I did repair the fire from the dive bombers, so now I'm flooding, and I have no way to stop this until 50 seconds or thereabouts. So we're going to go back to our original course, try to get to the eastern side of the map, and just stay out of sight as much as I possibly can while doing as much damage as I possibly can to the enemy ships that I have around me. Yeah, I mean, I'm not a great carrier captain. We talked about it in the first carrier video I put up, the Hosho. I did power through the Zihu. I don't think I have any replays left from that. There was actually a really good game I should have recorded, but I didn't. But anyway, and then moved into the Ryujo here. So, still learning my way around carriers and feeling the way out. And how I've been playing it is with my torpedo bombers, I will go for cruisers and battleships, and with my dive bombers, I will go for cruisers and destroyers. That typically is how I've been dishing out my planes, and it's how it's been working. Now in this battle it's a little more hectic because I'm taking damage and I'm flooding and all this stuff. I didn't have time to, or I just sort of lost focus on keeping my planes grouped up, like for example keeping my 2 torpedo bombers grouped up, keeping my 2 dive bombers grouped up for maximum effect. I lost all of that because I am trying profusely to stay alive. Now I did repair the flooding damage, so this is good, but I'm on really low health. And there are people on the enemy team who want to kill me. So we need to be careful. Now we see Alex here. There he is in this Oba. What a slippery player this guy is. I tried very, very hard to take this Oba out because I knew that it was on its way for me, or at the very least it was going to, push to the north, kill whatever ally ships I have up there, and with the eventual goal of getting me. So, I'm trying to do what I can, but again, I'm keeping to my strategy. I see a battleship here. I've got my torpedo bombers out. I'm definitely going to be putting my torpedo bombers on this battleship, and I do manage to get 2 torpedo hits there, so that's not too bad. Not too bad at all. As well, I am lucky in this game in that my enemy carrier that I'm facing off against is another Ryujo. If this enemy carrier was a Independence with air superiority, so fighter squadrons, I would be screwed. There would be nothing my planes could do. I mean, my fighters are out there, right, and they're kind of struggling, but I've kind of lost track of my fighters, to be frank, because I'm just trying to dish out as much damage as I can at this point. But if it was an Independence, it's all over. Another crappy thing that I found out about playing Tier 6 carriers is the overwhelming tendency to get put into Tier 8 games. Yes, I will be on a team. My team will have a Lexington and me. The enemy team will have a Lexington and an Independence. What the hell am I supposed to do against that? The Independence or the Lexington will just come in and destroy everything I have, but whatever. I mean, it's not every game. I'm right. We're taking a look at this game here. So, all right. Now, you'll notice that I have been launching my planes as soon as I possibly can, and I've just been sending them out on auto drops, right? Once they get close, or at least my torpedo bombers, once my torpedo bombers get close, I do switch over to the manual drop. This is just to get my planes out as quick as I possibly can. I know, looking at the minimap, looking at the enemy team composition, how many enemy ships are remaining and all that, my team is winning, right? But at the time, I wasn't really looking at this. I was more concerned about, oh my god, I'm going to die. Let's kill as many things as we possibly can before I go down. In my mind, we were losing, and I was trying to save the day here, but obviously it doesn't really matter. It wasn't called for. Anyway, torpedo bombers are coming in, and I'm going to try to get some sneaky torpedoes into this enemy battleship here. I was a little concerned that my torpedoes wouldn't actually arm in time, but luckily they actually do get 2 torpedo hits there, and almost finish off the enemy ship. Very, very close. Oh well, 51,000 damage at this point in time, so that's not too bad at all. We're still taking a look around at the enemy ships and where they are. You can see that my allies did manage to take out the enemy aircraft carrier, which is fantastic. Here's a note for you aircraft carrier captains. When you're on New Dawn, do not set course for the southeast corner of the map. This is where the lemming trains go, and this is where you will die. So don't do it. Unless your team is winning and you know for a fact that there are no enemy ships anywhere on the eastern side, then all right, you can do it. Other than that, no. You definitely want to be sailing to the north, a little ways. What I do is I just set up waypoints for my aircraft carrier in normal games when it's not so hectic. Set up waypoints for my aircraft carrier. Basically, I just have my aircraft carrier, sail around in a circle. If there's no good spots for me to go, sail around in a circle. At the very least, I'm still fairly close to the action so that the turnaround on my planes is decent. You can see now in the minimap as well that I have changed course with my aircraft carrier as well. Notice on the minimap, hey, there's no more enemies over there on the east. I'm going to set sail to the east as quick as I possibly can, reduce some of this turnaround time here because this is a little ridiculous. So we do have an enemy cruiser who has grounded himself. This is unfortunate. I was fairly confident that my Cleveland was going to take out the enemy cruiser. Unfortunately, the enemy cruiser, for Ataka, I believe, did manage to take out the Cleveland, so that kind of sucks. We see Alex there again, setting sail to the north. You'll notice that there is nothing between he and I. So this is something that I was, all right, we got to take down this Oba. Shit is going down. The enemies only have 3 ships remaining. There are 2 battleships, or sorry, 1 battleship and 2 cruisers. And in my aircraft carrier, I do struggle to take down cruisers. If the cruiser captain is actually paying attention to what's going on, I find it actually very difficult because the cruisers, not only do they generally have decent AA, but they are very maneuverable. And we're going to see this here as I line up on Alex, trying to get this player gone, right? Because you can see he's getting really close to me. I figure that at this point in time I'm probably spotted or probably really close to being spotted, just trying to survive. So we launch off my torpedoes. Again, we can see the maneuverability of the cruisers at play here. Alex is easily able to splice those torpedoes, make me look like a total noob. So good show. And I mean, this is where grouping up your torpedo bombers would come into play as well, would come really handy, because I would launch my first strike, like I did. Alex would turn into them, and then I would come along with my second strike and get him on the turn, right? That way there's nothing that the cruiser captain can do to avoid it. Again, in this situation, I wasn't paying attention, very, very much concerned about staying alive, so I was just sending my bombers out. Now, there's only 1 enemy ship remaining. We've got Alex remaining. I was very concerned that I was going to die, so all planes are on their way over here to try and do something about this crafty Oba. We need to do something. Now, my allies in the meantime are all down by the enemy base, and they're all going to begin capping the enemy base, which is fantastic. So we know that we're going to win this battle. So this is good. As long as I don't die, I will be pretty happy. So we have some dive bombers coming in to the Oba. You can see I got 1 hit there on the first one, and the second one came in, did nothing. I do get questions, or at least Pudahead had asked if I find carrier play boring. Generally, yes. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of these carriers. I liked it more at the beginning because it was so new, and it was like, oh, this is different from that time, and it was interesting to see the differences and all that stuff. As time goes on, nah. It's an aircraft carrier. It does what it does. And I'm just trying to get a little better with them here, at least, not only for myself, my own personal knowledge on how aircraft carriers work, but also just to have that option for the clan, right, in case we need it. So you can see my torpedo bombers went in, and they sucked it up. I don't even know if they dropped a torpedo or if they did and it was just too close to Alex and it ran into his hull. I have no idea, but it was completely ineffective, and Alex actually managed to shoot down 3 out of 4 of those bombers, so a little catastrophic. But whatever, we got more planes on the way. I'm going to keep trying. I'm going to keep, just keep at it here, trying to get the player down so that we can finish this battle and win. I'm up to about 62,000 damage, which isn't too bad. At tier 6, yeah. I mean, in any game, except tier 9 and 10, as long as I get 60,000 damage, I'm happy. Means at the very least I did something. Any less than that, and it's like, whatever. Anyway, torpedo bombers are on the way in. I have dive bombers incoming as well. You can see these torpedo bombers. I'm going to try and do a auto drop. Because I figured, these manual drops are all missing. This cruiser captain Alex is not stupid and just avoiding everything. So we're going to try the auto drop. So auto drop comes in. Yeah, Alex is too crafty for that. Slows it down. and just avoids everything. God damn it. So, more dive bombers are on their way in. Now, I do have my second squadron of torpedo bombers. You can see that they are taking off the carrier deck at this point in time on their way over, and I'm hoping that these torpedo bombers are going to be the ones that actually sink the ship, because I think if I can get one torpedo hit, that should finish off the Oba. Maybe. You can see that the Oba did use, is using effective AA here as well. I mean, because my dive bombers are not going in and not hitting anything and doing anything too well. I haven't mastered the whole manual drop of my dive bombers. To be fair, I haven't even really tried. I mean, for me, in a Japanese aircraft carrier, it is all about my torpedo bombers. My dive bombers are sort of secondary. I don't know if that's wrong or if that's right. I have no idea, but that's how I've been playing. My dive bombers, I put them in on the auto drop. There you go. If they hit, fantastic. If not, kind of sucks, but whatever, they didn't. That's the way I've been treating it. I should probably, though, take some time and actually figure out the whole manual drop of the dive bombers. I'm sure it would lead to more efficient results. So here we go. We're going to do another manual drop here. It was quick. That would have completely missed. I'm going to try and do something sneaky here. See if we can't get just one torpedo hit on Alex here. And then that's actually going to take him down. So that would be pretty decent. So there we go. My torpedoes are away. Really, really close. They do have time to arm. Oh. Managed the stern hit at the last moment. Fantastic. That was a good game. I really had fun in this game. The fun, for me anyway, came from the fact that I knew that the enemy team was out to get me, and that I had to do what I could to survive. You can see that I do end up with the victory. We get 2 kills, 69,000 damage. I get unsinkable because of all the flooding damage I took, but still survived. 3,000 experience wasn't too bad. This was not the first victory of the day or anything like that, and I do actually finish 3rd overall in the team, which is pretty surprising for me. Typically in my carrier, I'm usually somewhere in the middle, because I mean, I do dish out damage, but maybe I'm not getting the most kills, but more importantly, I'm not actually getting any base capture points, which is huge for your experience and credit gain. Walk away with 140,000 credits. Again, over 3,000 experience to the Ryujo, which isn't too bad. Obviously, I'm working on my Hiryu at this point in time once I buy the final hull upgrade for the Chapyev. Anyway, that is today's video. I do hope you enjoyed it, and I do thank you for sticking around watching it through. Remember what I said at the beginning of the video with regards to channel updates and whatnot. If you guys have any ideas, let me know. I'll be sure to try and work them into the normal programming here. But as always, leave any comments for me at all. I love reading those, responding back to them. Hit the old like button if you did like today's video. Hit subscribe if you were not a subscriber. And as always, I do hope you enjoy the rest of your day.